It's Brad Hillhouse. I'm coming to you from Hampton Roads, Virginia at the NCRS National Convention. 2024 is the 50th anniversary of NCRS, and we are here with a whole bunch of fantastic people and great Corvettes for our annual convention. I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Rob Dardango from Canada, who has brought his 1965 Corvette with the 396 optional engine in it here to the convention. Rob, welcome to Hampton Roads, Virginia. We're excited to have you here.
Pleasure.
I know you've had the car here for not only what we call flight judging, but also for what we call Duntov judging. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Flight judging is the first level. Duntov judging means you have not only achieved a 97 or better at a regional event for flight judging, but you have passed the performance verification test, which is a much more involved test, not so much testing how the car looks, but how it operates.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about the PV test and what you did to accomplish that.
Well, the PV test, first of all, we accomplished it my first time out, and it basically runs through the whole operations of the car.
Sure.
The way it performs, all the mechanical gauges, there's a 10-mile road test.
Sure. So we're testing things like not only do the windshield wipers work on both speeds,
Yes.
and they park correctly, and they don't hit the trim,
Right.
and the squirters squirt in the proper location.
Yes, correct.
If any one of those just on the wiper function didn't work correctly,
It would be a fail.
it would be a fail. Right.
So you're only allowed one repair, 15-minute repair, and no fails. If you fail one thing, the test is basically over.
And so that's why a PV, for you to pass on your first time out,
Yes, sir.
is almost unheard of in our organization, just because little things go wrong with these cars.
Correct.
They're 50, 60, 70 years old.
This will be 60 years old next year.
Great. Tell us where you got the car, how long you've had the car, and a little more about it, would you?
Okay, sure, for sure. I've had the car for 14 years now. I always loved Corvettes since I was younger. I always wanted to own one, and that was my childhood dream. So that finally came true about 14 years ago.
Okay.
The car was originated out of Baltimore, Maryland. It was shipped to A.D. Anderson in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
And then it was in Kentucky for some period of time. It was actually brought to Ontario, and someone I was researching like through the internet and so on, and I found the car in Ontario, and I purchased it 14 years ago.
So it probably wasn't in this condition, right?
It wasn't in this condition, but I'll be honest with you, the paint job is 24 years old. So the paint job was painted 14 years before I owned the car.
So it had great paint,
It had
but
great
then you've
paint.
done a lot of mechanical.
I've done a lot of mechanical,
Great.
I've done a lot of chassis,
Great.
and some interior work, so I really brought it to that. It wasn't at this level 14 years ago.
Sure.
When
Did you take the body off to
I
do
did
the?
not, I did not take the
Okay,
body off.
fantastic.
Because the paint was so nice, I didn't want to mess around with the body. So the body, I basically did a frame on.
Perfect. Every car has a great story.
Yes.
Now, 65 was a very unique year for what we call the mid-year Corvettes, which is 63 through 67, also called the second generation or C2. In 65, something really unique with the engine happened, and that was the introduction.
Introduction of the first year of the big block.
Right. So it had been in production. Duntov had been using it, testing it,
Yes.
but it finally came out towards the middle to the end of production in 1965, right?
Around April,
There you
March,
go.
April of, February, March of 65, I believe.
So the very first thing that you notice when you walk up to this car is this massive bulge on the hood. And so that was unique to the big block only, right?
Correct.
Tell us what that is and why that's there.
The bulge is there to make room for the air cleaner and the manifold to give you room for the hood, which was not required in the small block engines.
So the big block was a little larger. It had a little bigger carburetor
Yes.
and air cleaner.
Yes.
And so instead of the normal Corvette that would have a basically flat hood, they had a little hump, but this whole thing changed to make room for the bigger engine.
Correct.
this actually is a functional vent. It's not just cosmetic, right?
Yes, it
Tell
is.
us about that.
So functional. It apparently works where air flows into here and gives the engine compartment a bit of more air.
Sure.
breathing room.
It lets hot air extract.
out.
Yeah.
Correct.
Open it up. Let's take a look at this big block. So this car looks spectacular, right? Unique to the 65 is
The air cleaner.
the air cleaner is
Yeah,
black instead of chrome that
black
we kind of normally think of.
Correct.
And lots of other unique things because of the first year of the big block.
Correct.
The braided wires were unique to big block, the spark plug wires.
Correct.
It has a special radiator with a unique curved neck on here
Correct.
to clear the fan and accessories.
Yes.
The prior aluminum radiator just had the neck that stuck straight out. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Sure.
There's also similarity. There's a lot of similarities to this configuration to the L78, like the radiator, the starter motor is the same, very unique to big block, the 352 starter.
So some of the things they used here,
Yes.
they incorporated into the 1967 with the L88.
Correct.
There you go.
Correct.
Something else that's unique to 65. Tell us about that label on the other fender over there.
That's the label for the. Hold on. That's the label
Radiator.
for radiator label.
That's your coolant.
Coolant.
Basically, they're telling you.
coolant instructions.
There you go.
And it's notice it's upside down.
Right. So we've got an aluminum intake manifold,
Yes.
whereas the base model cars would have had a cast iron one.
Correct.
What carburetor does this have?
That's a 3124 carburetor.
Okay, and that's Holly.
Holly carb. Yes.
There you
sir.
go.
Holly carb.
So that was something else that was kind of new and unique for 65. Is
it's
that correct?
a 1 year only carburetor.
Okay, there you go. Well, those are some of the things I think are really unique about the first year of the 1965 Corvette. And you've got a fantastic car here. I'm expecting you're going to achieve your Duntov Award. Do you know yet?
I'm sure. I think I do know. I think we've achieved that Duntov that we've been
Do we
looking for the last 14
cross
years.
our fingers?
Cross our fingers a little bit. Yeah, cross our fingers a little bit. But
That's right.
I'm sure it's gonna a lot of help from my friends over the years and whatever. I think we've finally reached that goal, Brad.
Rob, I want to thank you for bringing a spectacular car. It really has been fun to look this car over with you prior to this video and talk about it and learn your story of how you've brought the car to where we are today.
Thank you.
Rob,
Appreciate
thanks
it
for
very much.
coming all the way down. Thanks for being in our video.
Yep, appreciate it so much, Brad.
Thank you everybody for watching the channel. Right at the bottom there's a little button you can share this to your social media. Help other people know about the fun and excitement that we have meeting new people, even from other countries,
Yes, sir.
right here
Yes, sir.
at the NCRS National Convention. Brad Hillhouse with Rob Gardango. Thanks for watching everybody and have a great day.
Thank you.